You know what this movie reminded me of? It reminded me of the show Chuck, and that is a great thing. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment, and so we are going to talk about the film Spy today. This film stars Melissa McCarthy. Yeah. This film stars Melissa McCarthy. Yeah, I can't say her name. This film stars Melissa McCarthy. This film stars Melissa McCarthy. This film stars Melissa McCarthy, Rose Byrne, Jude Law, and Jason Statham in the lead roles, and it is easily one of the funniest films I have seen yet this year, and probably in the last 5 years, honestly. Melissa McCarthy kind of takes up the main role. She's this kind of CIA secretary type person. She talks into Jude Law's ear. He's a spy, and she just kind of directs him where to go, where enemies are going to be at, and just kind of helps keep him alive. And it's something that she's really good at. But when he ends up dying in the field, she has to go in undercover, and because she will never be known to anyone because she hasn't done any field work, and try to infiltrate this criminal organization, and that is what we have for our film. And it's really, really funny. When I was watching trailers, I saw the trailer for this film so much because they always showed it in the theater or on YouTube or something. And so I was familiar with a lot of the jokes from the trailer. I wasn't terribly impressed with the trailer. So I went to this movie with very low expectations, actually. And I walked out of it just blown away by how funny this film is. There's moments just throughout this whole thing where I was just laughing out loud so much, and that rarely happens to me in a comedy these days. I'll get maybe a chuckle or two out of something, but I haven't just laughed along with the audience in so long, and it's great that this film's able to do that. There are a ton of hilarious moments. Jason Statham and Melissa McCarthy, they both contribute to this immensely. Jason Statham is like this guy who tries to be like a badass spy. He's like, I've done all these terrible things, and that's why I'm so hardened and blah. And it's just hilarious to see him on screen. Rose Byrne is easily one of the most lovable evil villains I've seen thus far. You can tell that she is having fun with her role, just how evil she's able to be. Just like she snaps her fingers and her henchmen will do whatever she wants, and it's just great because she just owns this role, and she's just evil for the sake of being evil, and it's fantastic. And seeing Melissa McCarthy's character interact with Rose Byrne's character, it's just hilarious because they're essentially exact opposites, and it's great. What kind of surprised me the most, and why I said that is very similar to Chuck, is that Melissa McCarthy is actually a badass in this film because she is actually a really, really good spy. She knows what she's doing, and she's just been behind a desk most of her life because of how she looks, and she doesn't seem to be qualified for the field work. And she's just taking guys out. She's holding her own in fights and everything, and it's just fantastic. And that was probably one of the most humorous things and also most awesome things that I saw in this film, and I really, really enjoyed it. The introduction of this film is also fantastic, like the opening credits, just kind of this cool cinematic sequence where it's no film footage or anything. It's just like this animated thing. It's just kind of cool. You don't really see that too often. You just usually see the name of the actor alongside the live footage, and it's just like, oh, this is the film. Now it's starting. So I really like seeing that. It was kind of a neat twist, and it worked well with the film. Along with that, the outro sequence is also fantastic. It kind of takes a page from 22 Jump Street, in that it kind of shows McCarthy's later missions during the outro sequence, and just kind of the identities that she possesses later on. It's just kind of cool. As I said earlier, some of the jokes from the trailer did kind of fall flat for me. That was the only real gripe I had with this film. Overall, it is fantastic, honestly. I was not bored at all throughout this film. It was a film which was able to keep my attention, keep me invested and interested, because I didn't know what was going to happen, because this is a very different type of spy movie. It's a very different type of comedy, and it's just really, really neat. I will say this, though. Make sure you stay for both, the end credit, because you'll probably stay for that right before the credits start rolling, and then stay through the whole end credits, because there's a scene towards the end which is it's very, very funny, and I'm not going to say more on that, but just stay in your seats through the end credits, because it's very well worth it. I would love to see a sequel to this movie. I was thinking that towards the last half hour, I'm like, I want a sequel to this movie because it works well, the cast is fantastic, and it's just something which I could see having its own trilogy, just the spy trilogy, if that's what they call it. Melissa McCarthy gives a fantastic performance. Jason Statham, Jude Law, Rose Byrne, they're all great in this film, and I would love to see more of it. So, those are my thoughts on the film itself. Let me know yours in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Make sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.